Hello and welcome to the FOXPEDITION-Podcast, episode 5. It's our first international episode. That's why we're recording in English, because I have Orlando Wilson here in the podcast. I already was in your podcast, so it's a pleasure to have you now in my podcast. And yeah, maybe you introduce yourself first shortly, and then we come to the topic we would like to talk about.
Yeah, sure. I've been involved in the international security business now over, about 35 years, including 5 years in the British military. I've worked internationally. How can I put it? My perspectives seem to differ a little bit than most people's because I've traveled a little bit more than most people and lived with different cultures, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, thanks for having me on your podcast, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Yeah, thanks for being here, and that's why I like to talk to you, because you have a very realistic view on the topics. You're not having not a theoretical approach. So a lot of people are talking about it, but I don't know if everybody who talks about it know what they're talking about. That's why I want to talk to you about Haiti.
Yeah.
Yeah, because shit is going down again. And so maybe can you briefly resume what the hell is going on in Haiti right now?
Well, I think the issue, Haiti's always had problems. I've been to Haiti numerous times. I've done business with Haitians too much. My business partners in Miami were Haitian, and my accountant is still Haitian. So I understand Haiti just a little bit. The trouble is with Haiti, it's without leadership. It's without a lot of countries. It needs strong leadership, and it doesn't have it. I think the issues there at the moment is, how can I put it? There was a structure. Even though the structure was fairly corrupt and criminal, there was a structure in place. And now that structure has disappeared, everything's dissolved. I'm hearing from people, some people are saying it's not as bad as the media is making out. In parts of Port-au-Prince, it's very bad, but in other areas of the country, it's not so bad. But it's going to take a strong hand to go in there and clean things up. I think this is where the international community is afraid to make moves on Haiti, because it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a very difficult solution to solve, a difficult problem to solve, because people are going to have to get their hands dirty.
Okay. What would you say is like the real problem that Haiti is? Is it like the natural disasters would strike like a few times a year? Is it like, yeah, you already said it's a leadership problem for sure, but what would you say is like the core problem, or is it just like a spiral which
Leadership.
just is going down?
It's leadership. Yeah, there has to be
Yeah,
strong leadership.
okay.
I know people that grew up in Haiti during Baby Doc's time, during the dictatorship, and they reckon Port-au-Prince was a safe city. You could walk around Port-au-Prince whatever time of the morning, if you're male or female,
Okay.
nobody would touch you. Why? Because if they cause problems, they're going to get problems. So there needs Haiti, like a lot of countries, it needs that strong leadership. Same as Iraq, same as Libya, same as other countries, they need that strong leadership. Now the strong leadership's been taken away. You throw in epidemic corruption. The police, I know some good cops, but the police are corrupt. The police are underfunded. The UN didn't really do much all the time they were there. So you're left with a mess. And the mess, a lot of the mess has been caused by the international community. So how are you going to solve this problem when you've really,
Okay.
everybody says they've been trying to help Haiti, but really they've destabilized Haiti.
How do you mean it? What did they do to help, and how did they make it worse then?
They haven't done anything to help. That's the trouble. Everybody says they're helping Haiti.
Okay.
Nobody's helped Haiti. Nobody's gone in and looked at it from a Haitian perspective. They've given them aid. A lot of the money's disappeared. We can use the Red Cross as an example. How many millions? 6 millions to build 6 houses or something? We can talk about the Clinton Foundation and how many millions disappeared. So everybody's there claiming to help Haiti. Nobody's helped Haiti. Instead of going in and with a strong hand saying, okay, we're going to put this right, put that right. Well, Go ahead.
Yeah, how should international corporations do it? How can they go into Haiti and actually help it instead of just sending money which disappears then?
Well, the first thing they need, again, through anything, you need security, you need stability. Haiti has a lot of potential. It's a Caribbean island, but you need stability. So you need to go in and, how can I put it, get rid of the bad guys. They either need to be imprisoned or shot, one of the two. The first would be an easier, the second would be an easier option. And then they need to sort out the corruption. But again, it's Haiti. You're dealing with a country that needs, again, strong leadership. By going in there and trying to do the things from a Western perspective, and I know a lot of people want to go there and help, they're not helping the situation. They're just causing more problems.
Yeah. Yeah, I could imagine, because when you say a strong leadership and imprison the bad guys, I was instantly thinking about El Salvador, because in my opinion, they have a very strong leader. Not everybody agrees with the technique this leader had, because he has imprisoned so many people. And of course, he also imprisoned journalists, for example. So, but would you say that such a character would help Haiti?
Yeah,
Or
of
would it make it
course.
worse?
You need that. And this is where a lot of people, we can blame, well, let's get political, we can blame the woke culture. You can't go in when you're dealing with people that's eating people on the street. You're dealing with cannibals. You can't go in and say, excuse me, do you mind not doing that? You have to be hard with them. They need to be in prison. They need to be shot. They need to be got rid of for the best of, for everybody's benefit. But you're going to have the do-gooders turn up and say this person can be rehabilitated. Go on. We got a delay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we have a little bit internet issues here, but I think it's all right. Yeah, I was wondering, because I saw this videos of Haiti, and this violence was just shocking. So people hitting each other with stones on the head, and yeah, like you say, eating each other. How does that happen? How did cannibals come to Haiti, or is it like a cultural thing? What's going on there? Why is that?
Haiti's always a little bit strange. But again, that happens in all cultures. Look at Mexico. They have the narcos cutting out people's hearts, slicing people up. Same with El Salvador, same with Latin America, same with Africa. Yeah, this stuff happens where it's allowed to happen. Would that happen in Europe if it was allowed to happen? Yes. And I think it might be happening in Europe in the next few years, the way things are going. Because again, it's lacking strong leadership and discipline.
Yeah, I agree. And you talked about the woke culture. I think it's also a thing which we see in a lot of countries right now. And on the one hand, you can say it's like the liberation of the individual. Everybody can do whatever they want. Everybody's free. But on the other hand, you also said that it causes a lot of problems. So would you see these problems also in other nations? So do you think Haiti is just like an example of how other countries could be in the future? Or is like woke culture a thing that, yeah, for example, US or other Western countries could handle better than
Haiti
maybe
can be
unstable country as Haiti?
Haiti can be used as an example of what happens when you don't have strong leadership and the people that's trying to help don't understand the culture. And this is where I've said this to quite a few people recently. It's where you've got, let's use Western nations, United Nations, and everybody else trying to implant Western standards, Western democracy, the Western way of doing things on cultures that don't really want it and don't understand it. They have their own way of doing things. So what needs to really happen is to look at this from a Haitian perspective and see what the people want and see, okay, what's going to work for Haiti? You need discipline. You need strong leadership. And again, what's going to actually work for the country rather than having a bunch of NGOs and a bunch of do-gooders turn up that's doing nothing but causing more chaos. And this has been, you know what? I remember years ago being in Haiti And most of the NGO staff were usually around the swimming pool of the Montana hotel with the Dominican prostitutes, hanging out, talking BS, instead of going out and actually doing their jobs, what they're claiming
Yeah.
that they're doing to their their donors, etc. So this is where, for a long time, a lot of these
Yeah.
NGOs and do-gooders have not had Haiti's best interest at heart. They don't understand Haiti. That's the trouble.
Yeah. I think that's a really important point, and I think that breaks down everything which NGOs should do. That they, should not just say what do I want to give them, but really just go to the country and ask, okay, what do you want? What do you need? And also, what do you have? Because you said Haiti has a lot of potential. And I think if you live in a country like Haiti, you have like a resilience, which is like, incredible, probably. So, what would you say? Who can you ask if you have an NGO or you want to work in Haiti and actually help, like for real? Who would you say can you ask, or how can you get into the country and really do good? Who can you cooperate with?
At the moment, nobody. At the moment, as I said, you need stability in Haiti.
Yeah.
And I know people there. I've still got my associates in Miami. And it's like you need to go back to scratch and clean the place up. There was rumors of the Kenyans sending their police force in and military to deal with it. Yeah, I think it needs, if they were allowed to do their job properly, they need to go in and clean the place up for there to be stability. Now, I've had people in the last, again, people online I had a few people send me stuff about, oh, we can provide services in Haiti. You can't provide services in Haiti. Haiti is a completely hostile environment. There was a kidnapping, I don't know, last year, where the police were escorting some people were doing a movie shoot. The police were doing the escort. The people were kidnapped from the police escort, the police convoy. Okay, the police are just as corrupt as anybody else. Somebody was saying to me about helicopter, oh, we can airlift people out. Okay, the bad guys will just buy the people off that's running the helicopter service. That's it. Or we'll shoot you. In that environment, there's no realistic way you can provide security. Go on.
Yeah. No, I heard your podcast about Venezuela, and I feel like it's more or less the same situation.
Yes.
Because you talked with your guest about how corrupt the police is, that sometimes even police officers in Venezuela do kidnapping. And if you have that certain point of instability where the police does kidnapping, like who to trust, who to work with. And that's why I asked this question, if there really is someone you can trust in Haiti, or would you see parallels Venezuela, Haiti as well, or is it like somehow different situation?
I would say Venezuela is more safer at the moment. And back to what I was saying
That's
about,
not a good sign then.
Well, I know somebody that was kidnapped in Haiti, an associate of mine, if we can put it that way, somebody I knew, was kidnapped in Haiti how many years ago? The day he was kidnapped, his police bodyguard didn't turn up for work. And at that time, there were UN checkpoints throughout Port-au-Prince. He said they were in the back of a car, in the back of a pickup truck, covered. He said they went straight through the checkpoints. So the only way they could have gone through UN checkpoints at that point, they were in an official car, a police car, a UN car. They think it was a Haitian police car. So this is where, when you're dealing in those countries, you can take it, the police are corrupt. When that gentleman was kidnapped, his brother, who was in politics at the time, turned up at the police, went to the police. And he met with the anti-kidnapping unit. And the kidnappers were telling the kidnapped guy, yeah, your brother's with the kidnapping police. He's saying this, he's saying that. So the kidnappers had people inside the anti-kidnapping police unit. So this is what you're dealing with in these countries. So as long as you're paying the right people, you can get things done. But this is where I hear people say, oh, we can provide security in Haiti.
That's really messed up.
You're setting up to get kidnapped. You can provide
Probably
it
God.
as long as people want you to
Yeah.
provide it. As long as you're paying the right people. As soon as you're of no use, you end up in a ditch, you end up kidnapped, that's it.
Yeah. You talked about evacuations, or like you didn't really talk about, but you mentioned it, and also all of this. Yeah, we have a helicopter, we can bring people out. So can you tell me who are they evacuating to where, or do they just say it? Is it actually happening, and when yes, where
I've
to?
got
What's the
I've got
reason for
other
this
podcast, I
evacuation?
got other videos up about evacuations. And a lot of these evacuations, people saying that they can do it, are complete and utter BS. It's a con. To get out, I was in Haiti the day after the earthquake, how many years ago? And we had to drive in. If driving in and out of Haiti, it can be done, you have to cross into the Dominican Republic. That's one option. You can fly out if you can get permission to fly into Dominican Republic or one of the other islands, or you can go by boat. People are on about evacuating Americans, etc., evacuating foreigners. Okay, if you've got the money and it can be done, sure, no problems. But one thing for helicopters is where are you going to land? And again, can you get fuel? Can you get support, etc.? There's a shortage at the moment on getting gasoline, on fuel, and again, getting permission to land. I think last week there was shooting at the airport. I think there's issues around the airport all the time. Dominican Republic, are you going to be allowed to fly into Dominican Republic? Are you going to be allowed to fly into the other islands? There's a lot more to it than just saying, hello, we got a helicopter. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Who's giving permission to land? And even if you have permission, can you guarantee that your landing really is safe and that not everybody robs basically everything you have in this helicopter?
Exactly.
So that also was a question which I had in my head when people said like, oh, we can evacuate, we have helicopters, we have personnel, and I thought like, oh, okay, really? Like, is it really working?
Put it this way.
Yeah, interesting.
Most of the
to have another
Westerners,
perspective. Yeah.
most of the Westerners in Port-au-Prince are going to be up in Pittenville, which is up on the hill. All right? To get to the airport on a good day, you're talking, if I remember right, 20 to 30-minute drive to the airport. So unless you're landing helicopters on the hotels in Pittenville, to evacuate anybody, you're going to have to drive through the fairly criminal areas to get to the airport. We used to do stuff. I used to work mainly in Dalmar. But again, from what I hear about Dalmar now, there's problems in that city, that one of the cities within Port-au-Prince. And there's always been problems around the area, around the airport. So it's okay saying, yes, we can fly you out from the airport. Okay, you have to get to the airport. And are the helicopters going to be willing to land in makeshift landing zones somewhere around Pittenville? So there's a lot more to it than just saying we can evacuate you. To me, a lot of these evacuation services, once you give them the money, then they're going to be making phone calls to whoever they can to try and find somebody to help them. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. How does it affect like this Haiti situation? I mean, it's not this or even like the international politics.
Well, Dominican Republic doesn't want anything to do with the Haitians. Dominican Republic's got its own problems, but I think DR was expelling a lot of the Haitians, and they closed the border. They've closed the border how many times? Because it's funny, if you drive in from Dominican Republic into Haiti, you're going from really a tropical paradise, if you're looking at the scenery, into a very barren paradise. It's complete contrast. So I know that the United States has already upped its security, looking out for Haitians coming in, refugees coming in by boats, etc., etc. They seized a couple of boats that were full of arms, drugs, and everything else. So this is where you're not just dealing with, and everybody says, oh, the poor refugees, you're going to be dealing with criminals that's trying to escape. It's the same as the Venezuelan crime wave. Wherever the Venezuelans have gone, they cause problems.
You mentioned refugees before. Are Haitians able to leave the country? So can they be refugees? Can they go to other countries? Or is it not possible for Haitis to leave right now? Or who is evacuated right now?
They leave all the time. They go into these big problems with them in the Caribbean. Again, going into the Bahamas, going into Turks and Caicos, going into the United States, going into Cuba. There's a lot of Haitian boats that leave. And again, they're trafficked out. They go to these other countries. In some countries in the Caribbean, I've heard there's networks set up where they can get their papers, they get their residence papers, they get fake IDs and everything else. It's a business. The trafficking is a business. Haiti's always been a drug hub. So again, it's one of the hubs where drugs coming into the United States bounce into Haiti from the Caribbean, and from the Caribbean, Latin America, that bounces into the United States. So again, there's established routes for people to get out, and there's also a big business with trafficking. A lot of the weapons you're seeing there, they're all coming out of Florida. Guaranteed. Most of those weapons will be traced back, if they're ever traced, will be traced back to gun shops in Florida. Because there's a big guns coming out, guns and money coming out, drugs going in.
Talking about the US, would you say that maybe military intervention would be, or would solve some problems? Or do you think that might cause some problems? Or why is the US not getting involved in Haiti? I mean, it's quite close, it's on the same continent, right?
Well, somebody needs to, but the trouble is, I think everybody understands they're going to be getting involved in a mess, which means they're going to be taking casualties. Not only are they going to be taking casualties, if you're going into the slums, if you're going into in the day City de Soleil, if you're going in there and trying to clear out the gangbangers, okay, they'll be shooting at you, you'll be shooting at them, civilians are going to get shot as well. So you're going to have the problem of your own people being shot, and then you're going to be accused of human rights violations because civilians are going to be shot. It's not like back in the old days where there was a news blackout and the next day everything was orderly. Can't do that anymore. So you're walking into, which would be a very difficult situation.
I know I asked this question before, but it really bothers me. And as we dig that deep now into the Haiti topic, is there a solution? I talked about military intervention before. Do you see anyhow how you could solve this problem with Haiti? So is there an easy solution, or even is there a difficult solution? Do you see anything which could help Haiti?
It's an easy solution. You just go in and shoot all the bad guys. That's it. You round them up, you shoot them. And that's an example to everybody else of, okay, they're gone. We're starting afresh. If you don't behave, you'll join them. That's how you solve the problem of Haiti. And until you're willing to do that, once you have that stability, then you can put in a strong leader. That's it. That's your solution.
Okay. I think the US has done that before. So, I mean, the US, they have been to Afghanistan and other countries in the Middle East, and they are thinking about getting involved in Ukraine. So, why are not the US doing exactly what you just told? Why are they not invading? Why are they not clearing up the place? Why are they not getting involved?
Well, the US has been involved in Haiti. A lot of their federal agencies have been very involved in Haiti, especially as far as trying to combat the drug trafficking. But the trouble is, nobody wants to get deeply involved in Haiti because it's a mess. It's an election year in the US. They don't want American troops turning up dead or the Americans being accused of human rights violations in Haiti. And I guarantee, as soon as if anybody turned up and started shooting the cannibals, they're going to be accused of human rights violations.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. but still we have so many conflict zones on the planet, and yeah, everybody is getting involved all the time. But for some reason, no one really wants to deal with Haiti. No one wants to clear up the place. No one wants to offer real help. You said some people are offering help, but it's more like for the sake of themselves. So yeah, why is no one trying to help Haiti? Or maybe we can wrap it up the other way around. Like, is there any industry right now in Haiti which could be interesting for anyone? Like, yeah, is there anyone interested maybe in trading with Haiti? Because if we can't do a military intervention and NGO help is not working, maybe on an economic basis. So maybe would that be a solution for that?
They don't want. Nobody wants to deal with Haiti. Nobody wants to deal with Haiti. Haiti's a very. Before the earthquake, I got my Haitian tax number. I was looking to move to Haiti. Yeah, we were going to buy a compound. We had a company set up, and the people I'm dealing with, etc. Haiti's a very cool country. Haitians are, how can I put it? They're cool people. They're very nice people. But Haitian culture is a very interesting culture. It's just sadly been let to get out of control. And I'll blame people to blame for this. I would put it on the NGOs, the aid agencies, etc. that's just been using Haiti to make money and not doing their job and taking care of, how can I put it, guiding the Haitians in the right direction. They've guided them in the wrong direction.
Okay, I think that's really sad to hear, because in other countries or other continents you see that NGO work is helping, but here you don't really see it, and it's sad. Sometimes I feel like that we forget that NGOs are still like an industry, that of course NGOs want to help people, yeah, that's their main interest, but still there's so much money flowing into NGOs that, yeah, of course they also have somehow an interest in countries which are not stable at all. So yeah, always if NGOs are involved, we also need to think about that. And I think you mentioned it before that yeah, of course most NGOs do good stuff, but there are also NGOs which are more like money focused and yeah, have interest for their own.
Got stories about Haitian NGOs, and a lot of the NGOs, they were doing the minimal there because, especially after the earthquake, because they were making so much money off Haiti. They were getting so much donations. And as I said, a lot of them in the day, you could find them around the swimming pools, in the hotels in Pittenville, chilling, talking complete and utter BS. They'll take a quick run into the city, have a few pictures taken, and back up on the hill in time for cocktails with the Dominican prostitutes.
It's interesting that you mentioned something which nearly sounds like holiday or tourism, because I feel like, yeah, Haiti is a Caribbean island like all the other islands, like Dominican Republics. People fly to Dominican Republic for holiday. So yeah, I could imagine Haiti, if it would not be that unstable, would be a really, really nice place to visit for tourists, or also a really good place to live for expat. But yeah, with the situation right now, yeah, it's probably not possible. Even though it could be a really amazing country if they wouldn't have all of these problems. I mean, you already said it yourself. Like, yeah, the NGO workers go over there, and of course they're doing their work. They're there to help, but they also are relaxing at the nice pool and drinking cocktails. So I could imagine that would be, yeah, a tourist paradise without all of these criminal activities, without all of the natural disasters. So yeah, I would say that there could be a chance for Haiti, but not with all of these problems.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. It could be. They were on about turning, this is where the Clintons were on about turning Jacmel into, which is this little place outside of Port-au-Prince, turning it into like a major tourist attraction. Combine Haitian culture with the Caribbean, Haitian food, which is good. At one point, I was selling Haitian artwork in Miami. And it's like, there's a lot there, it's just, as I said, it's just been screwed up big time, big time. But until somebody's willing to take a strong stance on things.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned it before. So, besides tourism, which obviously is not really a thing right now with all of these problems they have, but would you say that there's any kind of economics, is there any kind of farming or production there that which could be interesting for other countries? So that, yeah, maybe if you also have this drug trafficking, which also is a problem, which they won't get rid of. But we see it in Colombia, for example, if you give people another chance or another option, like, yeah, working in a real industry, like in a production industry, people would change from criminal activity to like industry jobs, because no one wants to be a criminal. Okay, everybody is like forced to, yeah, to be a criminal just to survive. So would you say that there was an option, or that there will be an option for working in like a normal normal industry, I would say?
Well, they were trying to sort out a lot of production there. I know they was making clothes and everything else. One of the guys I was dealing with, what they did, they were doing farming in the north, up around Cape Haitian. So things can be done there. Haiti has gold. Haiti has minerals. But this is where they reckon the Clintons were getting their fingers into. But again, the trouble is the countries that destabilized, nothing can get started. But they have resources. Some of the tour companies, some of the cruise companies have bought a part of Haiti. They take people in there on the cruises. It's got a lot of potential, but you have the corruption. You have the corruption, you have the instability.
Most conflict zones we see out there, there's always someone like, yeah, gaining something from it. So, yeah, in some wars there are people who have an interest in having it going, because money is flowing in and out by buying weapons or, yeah, whatever. So would you say that someone on this planet has an interest in Haiti being as unstable as it is, or is it just messed up and we can't really fix it?
No, really. There's no advantage to it. And Haiti's not really one of those countries that's a political threat to anybody. So I think it's just causing more and more problems, because again, if it was a stable country, you wouldn't have the issues with the refugees trying to leave and go to other countries. So I don't see any reason with the country. There's no reason for the country being destabilized. But I would say the only people, as you said, that making money from it are the NGOs.
Is there an organization or an NGO which actually helps? So, would you say that someone did it right down there, or are they all kind of, yeah, problem to the problem?
In Haiti, I'm not sure. I've not been there in a long time. I know people working with NGOs, and the frontline people I've met they're doing their job. They're very conscientious, and I know they're not making that much money, and they're putting themselves into very difficult situations. One NGO I come across in Haiti that was doing very good work was Doctors Without Borders. And I think they do good work wherever they go. But the vast majority are just there. The smaller ones are just there to make a quick buck. The Red Cross is political. The Red Cross is corrupt. But I don't know. I've been out of the loop. I know one individual that's they're sending stuff to Haiti, often containers of aid, etc. But a lot of it just gets, at the moment, it's all stuck at the port. So they think all that's been lost and all that's been robbed. But the old NGO thing, I think people have to be very, very careful. Very careful.
Okay, thank you very much for your insights. We're coming to the end of this podcast. So I would like to ask you, can you sum up the Haiti situation in like 3 to 4 sentences? So, yeah, what do you think of Haiti right now?
Haiti's a very unique place. It's a very unique, Haitian culture is a very unique culture. but it doesn't deserve the problems it has. And I think the problems Haiti has at the moment is due to a lot of people that claim they want to help the place, but really they've just corrupted the place and caused the problems that there are today. That's putting it polite. That's putting it very polite.
Do you think that Haiti could recover, or that it could have recovered with the right help, like the right international help or even the right internal help?
It could have. It 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 could have existed without international help, and it was getting there. Before the earthquake, it was getting there. But I think after the earthquake, everybody, and again, you can blame the Haitian hierarchy for this as well, everybody was making money from the donations and the NGOs. And it's got to the point where the NGOs really took control. The NGO money was everything. And a lot of it went in the wrong people's pockets rather than actually going to where it should have gone.
Okay, thanks Orlando for your insights. It was really, really cool to talk to you again. Really insightful. I learned a lot, and I hope that everybody who's watching this is learning a lot too, because there's a lot of information going around about Haiti. And like I said in the beginning, I don't think that everybody who's talking about Haiti knows what they're talking about. So thank you very much for your on your ground experience you shared with us. And I will link everything you need to know about Orlando in the description. He has a bookstore, for example, where he sells his own books. You find him on LinkedIn, here on YouTube with his own channel, and on his website, of course.
Sure.
So to sum it up, I don't think that the situation in Haiti can get worse.
No, it can. It can always get worse.
And as you're saying right now, it could get worse. Of course, I don't hope so. I hope that it gets better, but I think, from our perspective, we can just offer our help. We can just inform people of what is going on. And I hope to talk to you soon, Orlando, maybe about Haiti again or about another topic. And thanks for being here. Thanks for your time, and see you in the next podcast. Bye-bye.
All right, Inga. You take care, okay?